It is important to define culture to answer this question. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines culture as the customary beliefs, social forms, and material traits of a racial, religious, or social group, the shared attitudes, values, goals, and practices that characterize an institution or organization, the set of values, conventions, and social practices associated with a particular field, activity, or societal characteristic, or the integrated pattern of human knowledge, belief, and behavior that depends on the capacity for learning and transmitting knowledge to succeeding generations. Based on these definitions, it's difficult to say yes or no if there are some cultures that are superior to others and worth fighting for. We each have a basis for what we consider right and wrong, no matter what culture we grew up in and exist in today, and those vary among cultures. There's also a climate of political correctness within American society that is kind of endemic, so much so that voicing an opinion such as American culture is better than Islamic culture can get someone labeled as Islamophobic, a white supremacist, or some other term that serves to alienate them from discussion on culture and what's better than others. It feeds into the us versus them mentality, but more on a micro level within the civilization than on a macro level. People who identify as Americans subdivide themselves based on hot button issues, and there's no cohesive answer to what is American culture and how best to implement it. In Clash of Civilization, it states cultural characteristics and differences are less mutable and hence less easily compromised and resolved than political and economic ones. It goes on to say, in class and ideological conflicts, the key question was, what side are you on? And people could and did choose sides and change sides. In conflicts between civilizations, the question is, what are you? And that is a given you cannot change. A person could be half French and half Arab, and simultaneously even a citizen of two countries. It is more difficult to be half Catholic and half Muslim. Alexander the Great attempted to bring the best of cultures together, which resulted in the Hellenistic period, but that came to an end with the rise of the Roman Empire. During this period, it is said to have been mostly prosperous for those living in the bounds of the empire. Greek culture influenced others, and they in turn influenced the Greek culture. However, due to the innate differences between the Greek culture and other cultures, the blending did not last, and the culture that was initially present became the dominant one as time went on. I will end my response with a counter question. How would one determine what is valid within a culture as being superior to others?